Rachel Holt alongside Pat McAsee here with your weekly car review. Today we're comparing the Volvo S90 to the BMW 7 Series. And Pat, the 7 Series is obviously a little more pricey, but I want to know, is it worth it?
In my opinion, no. They're both very good cars, and the 7 Series has a little bit more power, but the more expensive version of the S90 is still more than $30,000 less than the least expensive version of the 7 Series. So I don't really think that's worth it for power, especially since if you want a fast BMW that's a bit bigger, you're going to get an M5, not a 7 Series, because these cars are about sitting in them, how it feels to be in the back row, things like that. And inside they have a lot of the same features. They have a lot of the same semi-autonomous driving features. Some of them are optional extras on the Volvo where they're standard on the BMW, and that contributes to the price difference. But other than that, the only main difference on the inside of the cabin is that you have gesture controls in the BMW, which are kind of gimmicky, and there's not really a point for them. And then the back row, you have a touchscreen tablet that you can control everything with, but it's an added luxury. It's not really a necessity.
Those are obviously the high-end models. What about a model that more people can afford? Let's talk about the Ford Fusion Sport. Now, many people would argue this is the best sleeper on the market.
Yeah, Ford's gotten really good at this. The Ford Taurus SHO, for example, is one that they've been making for a while. It's a full-size sedan, and you wouldn't give it a second look unless you knew what it was, but it produces 365 horsepower, and the Fusion Sport produces a little bit less. It's only 325, but they are a lot different in price. The Taurus is around $8,000, $9,000 more expensive, and the Fusion is 600 pounds lighter, so you're pulling around less weight, and their engines produce the same amount of torque. So power-wise, there's not that much going for the Taurus. And then the Fusion Sport also has new dynamic driving modes, so it alters the dampers, throttle response, steering inputs, things like that, so it helps it handle better. So really, there's not much else that you can compare it to. The only thing that's relatively close is a mid-size sedan that's all-wheel drive is the Subaru Legacy, but even that, it's 69 horsepower down on the Ford.
Good stuff, Pat. Well, for more on car comparisons, make sure you head over to NessonFuel.com.